Hey guys, this is my first movie review for YouTube. I hope you like it. It's on Goosebumps. So, Goosebumps, it's a comedy fantasy adventure film by Rob Letterman based on the R.L. Stine Goosebumps books, obviously. R.L. Stine, he was an inspiration for me growing up. He got me into horror, got me into reading, kind of. I mean, I already like the Biff and Chip books. If you live in the UK, you'd probably know about them. But I love the shows. I really want to go and see that Saw... when say Saw Alive, Goosebumps Alive in Waterloo. I love it. I love it. I mean, they're easy reads. But still, yeah. The film stars a guy called Dylan Minnette who plays Zach, and he's moved into this new town with his mum, who is played by Amy Ryan, who is the woman in The Office. You know, Steve Carell, Michael Scott's bird, who he runs off with in season 7. Oh, I just spoiled The Office. If you haven't seen The US Office yet, watch The US Office. It's fantastic. Well, we're talking about Goosebumps, aren't we? So they've moved into this new town and the kid's lost his dad. He's watching this video camera. He's seeing his dad in the past. Oh, it's really emotional. But girl next door, who kind of reminded me of Chloe Grace Moretz, she is the daughter of R.L. Stine, played by Jack Black. R.L. Stine is the writer of Goosebumps, but Jack Black portrays him. What has he got in his basement? But oh, the transcripts. You can see this in the trailer.
Why are these books locked? Did you unlock a book?
Oh no.
And worst comes to the worst, all the monsters get out. And it is good. It is a pretty good film. I enjoyed it. So the film opens up with this long wide shot. It doesn't go too crazy, it's just establishing where we are. It's this big open field. I don't know, I expected something a bit more claustrophobic, but it was big, and then that kind of got me into the feel of, yeah, okay, this is going to be a big film, there's going to be fun, probably explosions. It's not going to be creepy, sort of scary, oh, we're in a haunted house, but we are in an adventure film. This is the start of an adventure. It wasn't a horror. This was not a horror film. It's for the kids.
Gnomes?
So in terms of comedy, I was cracking up the whole film. There was this one guy, Champ, yeah, played by Ryan Lee. I read that him and Dylan Minnette, they both played characters in other R.L. Stine adaptations, The Haunting Hour. But no, Champ, he was flumping hilarious. I really enjoyed his comedy. Sometimes he got a bit grating, just because he was sort of, you know, the monkey in Night in the Museum, where it was just, okay, we're going to do a bit of a silly joke now.
What was that? It's the invisible boy. Ow! He's such a cracker.
But some of what the writers gave him was generally funny, and I laughed. Another thing I found funny was the Stephen King references. They would sort of compare R.L. Stine to Stephen King, and well, Jack Black would get really angry, like, no, I'm so much better than Stephen King. I thought that was really funny at the time. But then again, I read up and realised that R.L. Stine, he likes Stephen King. He's Stephen King for the younger people. And I don't know if R.L. Stine wanted those jokes to be in there. They worked when I was there. And I thought if I'd written a book and then it got made into a film and someone started saying that I was complaining about someone else, it's sort of trying to start aggro where there isn't any. I don't know.
I've never been so happy. I don't want this day to end.
Now I'm going to say a few cons, like the monsters. The monsters at first were alright. The lawn gnomes, they were good. Slappy the Dummy was great. They started to do Slappy the Dummy from the books, which I guess if you're basing everything off the books, that's fine. But then again, bug-eyed aliens. That's what it said in the credits. If you haven't seen it, there's some aliens in it that go around freezing everyone. They were meant to be the body squeezers. I've only got them in this, but I don't know if you can see. That's what they were meant to be. And I'm sorry, but if you don't have the budget to make the body squeezers, just don't put them in. It was like these weird aliens were walking around zapping everyone, and they weren't even from the books. I thought the same with the clown, Murder the Clown. They just called him the clown. He could have been any clown. The scarecrows came along, but they were barely referenced. Jack-o'-lanterns were in it, but you hardly ever saw them. They were on the poster. They should have been the main villain. And I wanted to see some horrors from Horrorland, because that was my all-time favourite book growing up, One Day at Horrorland. Apart from all that, I thought it was pretty good. So I know I've complained quite a bit about the monsters, which are sort of the main thing in the film, but I did like it, and I am going to start a review system now. I give it 7 pairs out of 10. So if you like this video, please subscribe, give us a like down below. If you didn't like my opinions, comment and be like, Jordan, I do not agree with you. But come on, you got to agree with this. They should have had monster blood. They should have had monster blood in the film.